Welcome to Paint the Chat podcast. Presented by Blockade Media. Now, here are your hosts, the big swinger, Mr. Robin Vogt, and fast on the bases, Mr. Sean Michaud.
He's a big spark plug.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Painting the Chat podcast, episode number 21. Here on this Saturday evening. Of course, over there is my co-host, Mr. Sean Michaud. Sean, how's it going this evening?
It's a beautiful Saturday night. Watching some baseball. Phillies and the fucking Phillies and the San Diego Padres. This is the only one.
It's not a Shams tweet. Sean, what are you doing watching the freaking Phillies?
I'm watching the Padres actually more.
Okay. Is Don doing the broadcast?
No, no, he's not. I think it's a Phillies broadcast.
Okay, so I will give credit. Phillies broadcast, not bad.
No.
Right, there's some real bad broadcasts out there.
You know who I'm rooting for the Padres? Of course I am. Even though Manny Machado's on it, but still.
I know you have your thoughts about Manny Machado.
I do have my thoughts.
For sure you do. Mr. Sean Michaud, it is actually.
Was it actually breaking news? Breaking news? Was it?
Now, hold on a second. I thought we were done with NBA free agency news, but on this fine Saturday evening, Mr. Shams Charania ends up going on Twitter and he posts, Cole Anthony has agreed to a contract buyout with the Memphis Grizzlies and plans to sign with the Milwaukee Bucks after he clears waivers. We were wondering what would happen with Dame Lillard, which we will get into later, of course, around everything that happened there. But Sean, I mean, we were wondering with Dame Lillard gone, who's going to play point guard for them? I mean, obviously, Cole Anthony is the answer.
There's your answer right now. Cole Anthony. I think it's a great pickup.
He had no intentions of staying with the Grizzlies after that trade from the Orlando Magic. That's what that's saying.
Yes.
Yes. I think we all knew that, though. I think we had that. But look at that. We're even starting this off with breaking news from Shams Charania. And that is a way to start a podcast for sure. Cole Anthony heading over to the Milwaukee Bucks. Sean, it is MLB All-Star Weekend, of course. This is a very exciting time for the both of us. We will have bets being placed later on in this episode around a certain man who no longer does the home run derby, which I am really sad about. Mr. Berkman himself.
We probably won't be together in person, but we might do a live special here on Twitter and whatever YouTube we're on.
I think TikTok. I'm thinking TikTok might be the right place to do something.
TikTok live would be cool too. Yeah,
be really cool. We will be placing bets later on who will be winning. It's our traditional $5 bet that we always do around who's going to take home the home run derby. But let's start off with this, Sean. The names this year in the home run derby. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Other than the big swinger, as we say at the beginning of our podcast, Mr. Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners, I'm going to be honest with you. Like James Wood of the Washington Nationals, yeah. Mm-hmm. James Wood has been really great. But you look at Cal Raleigh, who is on pace right now before the All-Star break officially hits tomorrow evening at 40 home runs to start the first half of the season. Sean, unheard of, unseen. I think Cal's the favorite to win this thing, knowing that Pete Alonso and the rest of the crew, Vladdy Jr., are not going to be in it this year.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we don't see Shohei at all either. I mean, people expected him. But, like, that's insane. I think he might be my winner, but I have a couple that could go up against him, depending how the lineup is. So
Right.
I actually don't know the full lineup. I don't think it's out yet. Is it the full lineup?
Yeah, Jazz Chisholm Jr. is going to be in it.
No, I meant like who's like facing off each other.
Oh yeah, no, we don't have that just yet, and I think that bracket's probably going to be released with the home run derby happening on Monday evening.
Yes.
Probably is going to be probably tomorrow evening. I would say we'll have our brackets set up and we'll post up. Who are our definite favorites. Tonight's just the initial who we're thinking. Official bets will be put down tomorrow via social media. I like Cal Raleigh. I can't believe the season he's having out there in Seattle.
Yeah.
Jazz Chisholm being in it.
I mean, we're not even halfway. We are halfway, but like, imagine him doubling that and getting close to 80. It's insane. I mean, that's almost like it's Barry Bonds levels insane.
It is, and without knowing the juice, right? Like we know for a fact, Cal Raleigh's doing this the Cal Raleigh way. I mean that's how this is coming off, and that's how it seems. And I'm all about it. I think it's great for baseball. It's been great leading up to the All-Star break. Sean, I do also want to talk about here more this year than in others. Curious to get your take on this. It seems like we get announcements of players that have been announced, via fan voting to the All-Star lineups for the National League and the American League. This year, it seems like there are a lot of folks, voted in that have now said, my team's competing this year. I don't want to put myself in a place for possible injury or whatever else. Do not count me on this.
Yeah, I mean, that's very valid point for them. I mean, you still could get injured in a non-All-Star game, though.
Right.
So it's like, it's just treating it as a normal game, but doesn't count as anything except
what is it? Home field advantage during the first half of the playoffs or something.
Yeah.
For whatever league ends up getting the win. Which as we've learned during the last postseason, it doesn't really matter. We had the most road wins by teams.
I mean, it still matters a little bit, but like,
right. But it also depends on what team you are. If you're the Los Angeles Dodgers, you want that game in the Ravine.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to be on the road necessarily in a San Francisco with McCovey Cove and a really hot Mike Yastrzemski and, that entire crew out there in San Francisco and Rafi Devers now. Funny that I went to Mike Yastrzemski before Rafi Devers. There's a reason behind that. But you just don't want to get a situation like
this
that.
Shirt today.
In honor of.
Booger's on this shirt, but not
That's right. So, I mean, it's interesting to see, the postseason has shown historically that sometimes home field advantage is great. Look at the Milwaukee Brewers. Last year. Blew it to the New York Mets. All those games at home. Blew it to the New York Mets. So it's one of those things. Yes, I understand where you're coming from, Sean. It does play advantage in some cases. Yeah. Historically, recently, it's been interesting to see it play out.
I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting also game in home run derby. Hopefully, I know last few home run derbies hasn't been the best in my opinion. I think back in like the mid 2000s or even like 6 or 7 years ago, probably one of the best that we've seen.
Yes, 100%.
We'll see. Does the format change again? Who knows? Because they changed it how many times now?
So many different times. We've done the golden ball. We've done the golden bat. We've done the golden cup. I don't know. What I meant by that is what I meant by that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what their next thing is. And, before we get, of course, to score updates here and everything happening across the league and across sports itself, with a little bit of juice on it. Speaking of that, Sean, I wanted to get your take. This is the first time we're going to see this All-Star game. It's been going through the minor leagues, single A, double A, triple A. Mm-hmm. We're going to get robot umpires for the first time in this All-Star game. They are going to be an automatic challenge system. for balls and strikes. And teams are going to have a lot more, American League, National League, a lot more flexibility in order to challenge those calls. I want to get your perspective on this. Maybe it's going to be a hot take between the two of us.
Yeah.
I have thoughts about it, but I'm also kind of like, this is the right place to test it out before we put it in the game.
I mean, yes, I kind of want to see what would happen with robot umpires, but at the same time, it's hard to do with the love of baseball and having there can be errors in there, but it feels like we need the right umpires to be hired. That's the whole different topic.
Interesting.
There are some really good umpires that do their jobs really well, and that's not in the major leagues, but a lot of them are great in the minor leagues as well. System.
Right.
But like you said, I think it'll be actually very interesting to test out in All-Star games, see how it is. Maybe it will be good in the future, but I highly doubt it's gonna stick to it. I know a lot of fans are gonna get angry, especially if it happens in the postseason, and that's gonna cost a lot. But I mean, depending on if it's like how is the robot umpire gonna, if it's right on the line, is it like a ball or a strike? How they gonna call it? I would love to see the whole behind the scenes of how the robot umpire is gonna call it, but
yeah,
I don't know. What's your take on it?
No, I mean, I think you're right on the money. I thought we were gonna have a hot take, maybe be a little bit different on it. We're the same on it. I think that there are more qualified umpires out there. We've been seeing recently a lot more managers being thrown out of games because of ball and strike calls. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, Red Sox game the other night, there were some really bad calls that Alex Cora was barking back at the umpire about. Carlos Mendoza has been thrown out before today, 2 straight ball games because he was trying to defend at bats of his players, saying, "Are you kidding me? That was completely out of the zone." And if TV has that technology, right, we see on TV the placement of the ball. I do like how we have the flexibility. I'm going to put it out there. I love the flexibility of the different umpires have different strike zones. They have, and you have to learn that, right? That's part of the game.
Yeah.
You have to learn where the umpire is making those calls, adjust for that. That's between the pitcher and the catcher in order to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Love that part of the game. Absolutely. I think it's similar to NFL referees, and we saw that in this NFL season this past year. There are some blatant calls, even in the NBA.
Oh,
in postseason,
especially with the WNBA's recent calls have been atrocious. Yeah,
I feel like there are more qualified umpires, referees, and such that are in the minor leagues that are slowly working their way, whether that's through certification, through elapsed time, and having that experience in the ballpark, making those calls before they get essentially called up to the majors and get that contract to be a major league umpire. I feel like there are very qualified people that could be, calling these games essentially, whether it's behind the plate or at first, second, or third base. Mm-hmm. It's not just umpires either. It's the guys down the left field and right field lines when they're calling these foul balls. And they clearly, they go over a pole towards a home run.
Or when the umpire, or especially in the outfield, behind third base, second base, where they're trying to slide in, and it depends.
Calls at second.
That really close calls, or and they still have to go and review, and it's still not even overturned. But okay, it's because it's so that close.
Right. I mean, it's so funny how Rob Manfred and Major League Baseball wanted to speed up the game. And now what we're doing is we're slowing the game down.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's going to slow the game. But also, it'd be very interesting. I'd be just interested to see those really close calls by the robot umpires, or however they're going to do it. And how close, for sliding in, how close it is,
mm-hmm.
Some umpires can't determine because it's too close. They can't how is the Wilbur going to do it? That's my other question. Like how?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how that works. In my opinion, but I don't think it's going to go forward as much.
No, and I think they're smart drawing out the balls and strikes first behind home plate and seeing how that works first, and leaving the review process for the the base calls and home run calls and whatever else it is. For balls and strikes, it makes a lot of sense to do this here. I mean, it seems like in the minor leagues, it hasn't been a huge deal, which was the same with the pitch clock. It was interesting. Jeff Passan, of course, insider for ESPN, MLB insider, who we follow religiously, of course, across social media when he's got all the breaking news in baseball. Jeff actually outlined, and he said, we were at a similar point when the pitch clock was being explored 3 years ago at the AA and AAA level, where fans were saying, it's going to inhibit the game. It's going to cause problems. It's going to do this. I agree with Jeff. I think that there's a little bit of overreaction when it comes to the balls and strikes specifically. Yeah. However, it's not even about that, Jeff. It's not about that, fans. It's about speeding up the game. Like, there's been this complete narrative by Rob Manfred over the years. We got to speed up the game. We've got to make it more entertaining. We've got to be able to do this. Listen, I don't want necessarily AI determining the result of a baseball game.
No.
I think if there's anything, at least with human error and at least with how baseball is, right? That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Those calls have been cemented in legacy when it comes
to 115 years now, or more than 115 years.
Big calls that have changed games, right?
Yeah.
And those umpires live with it, but also, not for nothing, it brings attention to the game when a big call is missed or whatever else. It's the same with basketball. It's the same with football. Suddenly it's all over Sports Center. Suddenly the game's getting a ton of attention. So that's where I'm at here. I don't think we're doing justice to the game. Pitch clock, fine with. It's doing fine. I have no problem with it right now. The pitchers are getting the ball off. The game is still 3.5 hours long. If they thought they were going to get a 2-hour ball game, that's not happening.
No,
so
it still goes long.
Zip our mouths, leave that the way it is. But with the robot umpires, very curious to see All-Star Game. Does it actually speed up the game, or are, I'm going to be honest with you, the old-time baseball coaches in the dugout, are they going to be fucking around with it, and they're going to be like, let's challenge that. And
so I don't know how it's going to work. Do you know how it's going to work for the All-Star game?
They have been completely. I have not seen.
Are we going to see umpire
any preview of this
in the back of home plate with like earpiece forever, and he's getting fed? I mean, he still could change it, or do we not have one at all? And it'll be the players have to look up with a scoreboard to see if it's like a strike or not.
It sounds like tennis. It sounds very much like challenging a call on the court.
Yeah.
Whether the ball was in or out. Like that's exactly how I see this. And it's going to be like in Wimbledon when they do it and everybody's like,
God.
oh, then the call is made.
Yeah.
It seems like that. Maybe it will bring excitement, to that. I don't know. But doing it at the All-Star Game makes the most sense. Either everybody's going to love it and we're going to love it and we're going to be like, you know what? Takes the error out of the game, but keeps the error in a little bit to keep things interesting. Or we're going to sit here and be like, keep it in the minors. Do not bring this. It's not ready for the big time yet.
Yeah.
It's hard to know. Hard to know just yet. And how the players react to it as well.
Oh, yeah. That's
imagine pitchers.
A lot of, I mean, the pitchers might like it, but a lot of the batters, I don't know. It'll be interesting how we'll see if we get any post interviews after the All-Star game.
I would think so. I would think so. I think that would be the right move in this case. We'll get more into it, of course, post All-Star game and everything else when we go live on TikTok, wherever we're going to be for the home run derby and whatever else. I'm guessing we'll probably get some more information before then, of course, about how this is going to work and give that insight. But Sean, I want to get into the score updates across the league before we continue on this evening. We got basketball news to talk about. We got some more all-star snubs to talk about. Mr. Cedon Rafaela, amazing game, walk-off for the Sox. We'll get into it. I mean, Cedon should be in the all-star game. Let's just put it there.
Right. Yeah, Rafaela should be in that. Yeah.
Yep, he should be. Anyway, folks, let's get into those score updates. What I love even more.
The box score.
What I love even more is pour it over box scores.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time of. Make sure I got my music going.
The evening.
There it is. Hey, found it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the score updates this evening. My New York Mets coming off of a rough slip over these last few games. Juan Soto, Timarono knocking out a ball with a Juan bomb out to left field. Lindor, beautiful game. The New York Mets beat the Kansas City Royals, something we didn't do in 2016 when we made it to the playoffs and played the Royals in the World Series. We beat them today, 3-1 off the Juan bomb and everything. The Texas Rangers are currently taking on the Houston Astros. The Battle of Texas. Also, thoughts and prayers to the folks in Texas right now.
Yes,
floods and everything.
Devastating.
Absolutely devastating. But you got a ball game down there. The Texas Rangers are losing to the Houston Astros 2-1. They're in the middle of the fifth over on Fox. Sean, the Philadelphia Phillies, the game that you are watching right behind you. Philadelphia Phillies are losing to those San Diego Padres at the end of the fourth on Fox. 3-2. Sean, the Chicago Cubs. Boy, they're running it real hot right now. Dansby,
they are.
The entire crew beating the New York Yankees. The Yankees lose 5-2 over the Yanks.
That evens us out for the AL East for us. It's very close right now.
That's right. We'll get into standings after and kind of break that down. The Seattle Mariners running off that Cal Raleigh energy defeat the red-hot Detroit Tigers in Detroit. Julio Rodriguez having a wonderful season as well. They beat the Tigers. It was in Texas. We already did that score. They beat the Detroit Tigers 15-7. Seattle's figuring it out, Sean.
They really are. They really are. And I thought you were going to say Texans, but
you see, football is down the road. We're not there just yet. The Minnesota Twins actually get a win today. Sorry, Sean, against your Pittsburgh Pirates.
I lost hope of them this year, so all I'm rooting for is Paul Skeens right now.
Paul, it's a Paul season now.
It's Paul season. Come on, he's praying for that Cy Young for him. Yeah, he deserves it.
He does, absolutely. Minnesota Twins defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 12-4. The Atlanta Braves over the St. Louis Cardinals 7-6. The Miami Marlins over those horrible Baltimore Orioles 6-0. John, unfortunately, I know that you like this team. The Los Angeles Dodgers get the win in the rivalry game over the San Francisco Giants 2-1. They break their 8-game losing streak. What is going on out there in LA?
I don't know. It's terrible right now. I mean, they have all spending all that money and they're losing.
Hey, New York Mets can say that too. We were on a 7-game lose streak last week.
You know who else? You know who's not on a losing streak?
We're going to get into that score right after this one. The Cincinnati Reds, red-hot Reds, figuring out games here. Defeat the Colorado Rockies 4-3 on a walk-off hit. Benson scoring for the Cincinnati Reds. Caught that one on TV today. Talk about it. Those Reds figuring out in Ohio on that dirty river, the Ohio River.
Yeah. Still feel so sorry for the Rockies right now.
I know. Colorado Rockies need to sell their team. The Tampa Bay Rays figuring it out in the AL East, making it very interesting once we get into the standings. But Sean, your Boston Red Sox 8-0 did not happen. That was my prediction over on X. It didn't happen. They won 1-0, but they increased their lead. Here's the 8. to 8 straight wins
No,
in
9.
a row. 9?
It's 9.
We're at 9.
9. We're 9.
We're 9. Sean, what is going on in Boston? Is this the post-Devers era?
It feels like it, and I feel again. I think we on Twitter we talked about the trade deadlines coming up. Red Sox can make maybe a huge move right here, and get someone to even another starting pitcher or another pitcher to help this team go all the way.
We'll definitely have our top 5 list for any of you that did not catch that. We will share the back up. Of course, Sean, the Cleveland Guard Dogs beat the Chicago White Sox, another sad team. It doesn't matter if they get the holy blessing or not in Chicago from Pope Leo himself. They lose today 6-2. The Milwaukee Brewers over the Washington Nationals 6-5. Tonight at 9:38, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. That game is at 9:38, of course, in LA, Anaheim, whatever territory you want to call that. And of course, at 10:05 this evening on MLB Network, the Athletics take on the red-hot Toronto Blue Jays. Sean, when we were going through early in this season, I had no standards for this Toronto Blue Jays team. They're riding it high right now.
They really are.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Toronto, but
2 games above the Yankees.
Yeah,
right.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that
standings, but Toronto riding it really high. In the WNBA, the Chicago Sky defeat the Minnesota Lynx 87-81.
I can tell you, Angel Reese has been heating up recently.
What's going on with Angel Reese? All over social media. What is this?
Oh, I don't even get me started there. It's really bad for her. I feel bad for her. Playing really, really well recently, which I've seen some good highlights with her. So
that's great. Las Vegas Aces over the Golden State Valkyries, 104-102. I saw some clips over on social media of that game.
Asia Wilson with 31 points, right?
Yeah, 31 points, knocking them down left and right.
Really, close game with the Valkyries. So.
Also, just want an honorary note here. The Indiana Pacers took on the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Summer League, and not a different score. The Oklahoma City Thunder defeat the Indiana Pacers 104-85 with their backups. I'm not saying there's anything to that, but if the Thunder want to run it back,
I saw a little bit of Cooper Flag playing today.
Yes, and I know.
We'll get into a little bit of that.
When we get into some basketball, absolutely. The Cooper Flag momentum is really picking up throughout the league. Ladies and gentlemen, these are
English.
Those are your scores for this evening. Sean, lots of great stuff happening across the league. Let's quickly go into, of course, as I bring them up here, I'm going to get into the MLB standings right now. Let me list those out for you and let's talk about them. Sean, right now, as you were talking about before, the Toronto Blue Jays are up 2.5 games on the New York Yankees in the AL East. Incredible stuff. Red Sox are only 4.5 games out right now with that 9-game win streak.
And then Tampa Bay, which just helped us a lot because Yankees lost today and because we beat Tampa Bay again today. Looking for that sweep tomorrow. Ended off 10 games in a row, hopefully.
That'd be amazing. That would be amazing.
And then sorry for Baltimore right now, 11.5 games back.
It's pretty rough for them right now.
Well, it's going to be interesting coming in the next few months, especially coming to October. I was watching the walk-off the other night yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like October baseball, man. It felt that Fenway October is one of the best feelings.
Sox are only 4.5 out, of course, from winning the division. They're in the wild card as of right now with the Yankees in Seattle for that second spot right now. If that momentum continues and they can keep riding high, like you said, we'll get into some of our top 5 choices of folks that they can go after during the trade deadline. but the Red Sox have a real chance here of really turning this season around and saying, yeah, we're going to make the postseason. Whether it's going to be a run or not, yet to see. I think that's a valid conversation for later in the year here.
Yeah.
But they're figuring it out, man.
They
I'm really impressed with Boston Red Sox.
I mean, everyone in that league right now, except the Orioles, are figuring out. It's going to be interesting coming up. But like, I feel like we're going to see so many changes. It's going to be like a spike going up and down,
right?
Like the stock market.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like that.
That's about right. Yeah.
Like I want, like once we finish the season, I would like to see the standings.
Oh yeah, like when they do the charting. Yes, absolutely. In the AL Central, the Detroit Tigers have an 11.5 game lead on those Minnesota.
It's so insane because seeing
that division
with Minnesota is second behind it, but Baltimore has the same amount of games behind of Toronto or Detroit. Yeah. It's crazy to me that some of these divisions are already starting to sort themselves out. Excuse me. And then, of course, in the AL West, you have the Houston Astros battling it out. I will say with the Seattle Mariners, I know Seattle's 5.5 out. They've got that last wild card spot. Houston's looking solid. I'm skeptical of Houston. We usually get to post All-Star break and we say, Houston, we have a problem. You know, there's usually players that get hurt. I would love to see right now they have a 4-game losing streak, and then Seattle has a 2-game winning streak right now. I would love to have Seattle come in first, just ride them up, behind them, and come up. But I would love that for Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle winning the AL West would be good for baseball. Let's just put it that way. It'd be really good for baseball. In the National League, the Philadelphia Phillies hold that first place spot over the New York Mets, but we are tied for first right now with those Philadelphia Phillies. And the next closest team are the Miami Marlins. They are 11 games out. Sean,
hope the Padres win then.
Yes.
And I'll help you a lot.
The NL East is really between two teams. It's between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets.
Yeah.
They play in September, just before the end of the season. It's going to come down to that final series to figure out what is going on here. The Phillies are on a 1-game losing streak. The Mets are back on a 2-game winning streak. If the Phillies lose this evening, we're back officially in first place in the division, just going back and forth, back and forth. I'm loving what I'm seeing from my New York Mets. Juan Soto has come alive. I'm a little pissed off at Mark Vientos. We ended up calling him back up. I understand he had a really, really big game last night, getting that win over Kansas City 8-2. But I said some things. I love Ronnie Mauricio. I think he's a much better third baseman for the Mets. Mark Vientos is inconsistent. Swaggy V needs to figure it out. He's an easy trade piece to go and get what the Mets need, and that's some rotation help and a bat. And the inconsistency is a problem. He slammed his bat after striking out last night, broke it, and then threw a complete fit in the dugout. I understand you go out and you get the big win for the Mets, and I love that for Swaggy V, and I love that the Mets were able to get that. But if I were Carlos Mendoza, I'd look at him and I'd be like, hey, buddy, you just spent many games down in AAA, and you didn't fix your attitude while you were down there? Come on.
You don't want a Devers situation. Sorry to say, but
no, we got our third baseman in Ronnie Mauricio, and I will take that. I will take that to the end of this season. Swaggy V can come in and DH. He's a solid third baseman. I don't want to mess with that. And I know Mets fans are kind of back and forth. We're easy to ride the train when a player does well again. I'm not that way. Ronnie Mauricio is our third baseman. Once Mark Vientos can figure out, what his place is back in this lineup. Brett Beatty was able to figure that out. He's at second. He's playing amazing. He's doing an amazing job. Jeff McNeil rotates out with him. The Squirrel is doing amazing. He's doing great stuff over there at second base and also in the outfield. Moving on, though, Sean, We've got another battle in the NL Central, the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. I did not come into this season thinking that the Chicago Cubs were going to have this kind of season, but they
don't rule out St. Louis though. I mean, they're not too far behind.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at that. Milwaukee is on a 6-game win streak right now, and those Cincinnati Reds at 49 and 47. Taking a look at that wild card in the National League, Milwaukee, the Mets, San Diego, and San Francisco right there. But Seattle and Cincinnati, 2 games out, 3 games out. You're right, Sean.
Yeah.
Seattle's right there, and so is Cincinnati.
Yeah. And then we have, of course, in the West, the Dodgers are kind of running, not running away with it, but they're in the league. But then you have Padres and San Francisco battling out, hopefully, probably for maybe a wild card spot for as well. So you gotta watch out for those teams as well.
Yeah, you look at the last 10 games for the Los Angeles Dodgers, 3-7, and then you look at San Diego and San Francisco. San Diego 6-4 in the last 10. San Francisco 7-3.
Yeah.
So where LA, they just can't have another 7-game, 8-game losing streak with San Francisco and San Diego playing this hot.
No, it's too dangerous for them to do that, especially coming up.
And I would imagine for Dodgers fans specifically, like your mother and you, Red Sox fan first, Dodgers fan second.
Yes.
Pirates fan third.
Yes.
But because of Paul Skeens this year.
Yeah, of course. Because Paul Skeens this year.
Because of Paul Skeens. It would be really frustrating, I think. Yes, making the postseason is always the ultimate goal. But with the expectations around the Dodgers and Shohei and going out and getting Roki Sasaki and getting all of these players, and maybe at the end of the year, only getting a wild card play-in spot because San Francisco or San Diego figure it out.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thought, man.
I imagine
Dodgers fans would be a little upset.
I feel like not many teams this year are gonna break 100. I feel like only a couple. I mean, I kind of see maybe Houston doing it. I definitely see Detroit doing it.
Oh, Detroit's definitely going to break it. Yep, 100%.
I still don't know about anyone from the American League for the East. They're all so close. I mean,
that's going to be a 93,
they're going to be all 90s. Like,
yeah, you're right. Detroit or Houston are kind of the two candidates for 100-game wins.
I mean, Dodgers can do that, but
but
it depends on. It really depends on how they do in the next month or whatever. I kind of want to see their. I say more. It more depends on the next few weeks, actually, after the All-Star break.
The one thing that the Dodgers have against them, working towards that 100-game season, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, somebody can fact correct us inside of the chat or later on here on social media. I believe the Dodgers would be seeking their third 100-game plus season in a row with that locked in.
Yeah.
I would take the Cubs over the Dodgers right now to get 100 wins just because of the division. You look at that home record of 30-16, really impressive when you've had San Francisco come
also Chicago has a better away record than the Dodgers.
They're great on the road.
No, see, both Chicago has above 500 for home and away, and the Dodgers has a.
Look at the win.
The Dodgers has also. I read that wrong. I thought
Look at the win differential.
Yeah.
66 for the Dodgers, 116 for those Chicago Cubbies. They've got it figured out there. They just got to finish the job. Craig Counsell.
Well, I think the Dodgers are winning more with the more one games, like closer games than the Cubs are.
Yeah, it seems like the Cubs have had some wins this year that really.
I mean, I'm looking look at the Yankees. I know they're in second.
Yeah.
And their differentials is
114.
114. That's because they hit a lot of home runs and a lot of runs.
Yeah.
But they're in second, and you have Toronto. Look at Toronto has a 21.
But
It's
their home record is extremely good at 32 and 16. Yeah, it's really interesting to see that play out and to look at the runs scored and run averages of these teams. Like you said, the Yankees, 500 runs scored already to start this year, halfway to 1,000 runs scored on the year. That's because of the long ball. That's because of Aaron Judge. It's because of Ben Rice finding it out at different times. It's because of Anthony Volpe. You know, it's these guys who can drive the ball and make something happen. But listen, I will say, Sean, your Boston Red Sox, 487 runs scored. I was expecting, to be honest with you, when you scroll down to Kansas City at only 325, that's what I was expecting from the Sox this year.
Yeah.
Was that
we also get at the beginning of the year, we were giving up a lot of home runs. I mean, we still do. More runs too, just because we couldn't figure out our relief pitching at all. And I feel like we're getting it now, but I feel like we need. Maybe we should talk about our prospects for our teams right now, since I'm kind of getting into it.
Yeah, let's get into that. I'm going to get here the prospects list for folks. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to just I don't have the visual ready to go here. Of course, not prepared as usual. I'm actually going to head over to, and folks, you can head on over to our page here over on X, Twitter, at Paint the Chat Pod. We had posted our top prospects looking at this upcoming trade deadline year. Always really interesting to see who teams are going to target. Sean, I'm going to read off your top 5, and you can kind of give a reason behind. I'll start at number 5, which makes a lot of sense to me. Red Sox need some pitching, right? This is This is one of the Red Sox. Freddie Peralta of the Milwaukee Brewers. He's had some decent outings in the rotation guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for this list, I was looking for mostly pitching and some infielders. I think our fielders are great right now. I mean, let me look at his. His ERA right now for Milwaukee, he has a 2.74 ERA. And his 110, four losses, 111 strikeouts, and he has a .109 WHIP, which is really good.
That is.
And I think that would be really good for the Red Sox for us. I mean, if we get another starting pitcher, that would really lock in for the postseason. If we get another starting pitcher.
Yes.
And my next, I had also another pitcher, Ryan Helsley of Washington Nationals.
Oh yeah, Ryan Helsley. Yeah.
Which I think he's.
Oh, St. Louis Cardinals. Yeah.
Oh wait, did I read that wrong? Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, no, your next one is definitely a national.
No, my next one. Yeah, I read that wrong. I should know that. Which is he's also not bad. A 3.3 ERA. 3-1, 35 strikeouts. It'd be good for a relief pitcher. So that's why I picked him. For 3, I'd say Josh Bell for Washington Nationals.
Oh yeah, first baseman. Yeah,
first baseman. He also could be a good DH. Then I had Josh Naylor. I think he's better than Josh Bell, but he was also. It's funny. I picked 2 Joshes in this list.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And they're both first basemen, which is Josh Bell. Josh Naylor. He's a better ERA at 2.95.
Yeah,
not ERA. Sorry, average. Why did I say ERA? 11 home runs. I mean, it'd be really good for us to have him as a first baseman.
Mm-hmm.
And my last one, I said, who did I say? Joe Ryan. Another J. There's 3 J's, which he would be amazing for. He reminds me a little bit of Paul Skeens a little bit. That mustache.
Very much.
I mean, he's really good for the Minnesota Twins. 2.72 ERA, 121 strikeouts. His whip is really good, 0.91 whip. I think he would be an amazing pitcher for. Also, I don't know if Red Sox will get anyone. Who knows?
Right.
That's my hope. I know I texted you. I was like, I didn't put on my list. Paul Skeens would be cool to have. I know, but I don't think Pirates would trade him up.
They wouldn't make a move.
No, I don't think they'll probably lock him in for a while, unless they get someone really good. But
right,
I could totally see him in a Red Sox uniform.
That'd be great, folks. I found Sean Michaud's list. Here it is for y'all to take a look at. There it is. Freddie Peralta, Ryan Helsley, Josh Bell, Josh Naylor, Joe Ryan. Cool feature, by the way. Did not realize I could do the overlay.
I didn't know either.
Now we have that.
Learning new things on episode 21 of the podcast.
You can do overlay videos now. Really cool stuff. Yeah, we'll take a quick look list at mine. I know we were late to yours. Now I can show mine here to folks who I had. So for the New York Mets, there's that outfielder, Brian Buxton, Minnesota Twins. We've got Zach Littell, Tampa Bay Rays, Taylor Ward, Los Angeles Angels. Just kind of quickly going through that bat specifically. My number one.
You think the Red Sox are going to give up Chapman in this time right now?
So it's been floating around right now, and I'll show the list once again here. That's why he's at number 5, is because there was a huge conversation the other night on SNY about the Mets getting somebody in their rotation, somebody who could come in and close, because Edwin Diaz.
Oh, you ranked yours? I didn't rank mine at all. Yeah. When I said that to you, I was
it's just whatever. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't think we were ranking them.
That's fine. That's fine. It kind of
works
out for your list.
Yeah, I mean, you should have told me that you to rank it, but you didn't. I'm blaming you.
Wait, so you're telling me from your list here, Joe Ryan is not one of your top guys?
I'd rather have Freddie Peralta at number 1, but.
Oh, okay. So do a little switcherooski on that. Okay. Yeah, no. There's been a lot of talk amongst New York Mets fans, the media specifically, about Aroldis Chapman. Red Sox getting either some Mets prospects and whoever else to go out and get him. This is really his last year. And Edwin Diaz has been kind of inconsistent at times. Love the horns, the Timmy trumpet. It's fantastic. Aroldis Chapman is one of the top closers in baseball right now. Yet again.
Yeah. It's feeling like, I'm gonna say, having Chapman right on, or feels like a Koji Uehara. Like that going deep, like him, like Koji late in his career. It feels like a 2013 Red Sox right now. Like,
wow,
kind of, but like how Koji was.
That's an
in his late career. That's
interesting. Huh. So Aroldis Chapman, Jared Koenig, of course, of the Milwaukee Brewers. Number 3, Taylor Ward of the Los Angeles Angels was somebody that I didn't only have on the mind when it came to the Mets, but I was thinking for even the Red Sox post Devers, because Yoshida is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Masa's been doing fantastic for the Red Sox recently. Taylor Ward this year is on a totally different level. He's an all-star. He's been playing extremely well for the Angels. Mike Trout conversation, I imagine, is going to start happening post all-star break here. We've talked about it before. I think it was on episode 16. We
always talk about Mike Trout
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Taylor Ward has been performing extremely well. The Mets need an outfielder right now, so he's somebody on there. But my number 1, Byron Buxton of the Minnesota.
I like that pick for you. That's a really good pick.
I like Byron Buxton a lot. I think he's been in Minnesota for a long time now. He's become kind of that staple guy there. But he's Byron Buxton, in order to cement his legacy as like one of the top outfielders in baseball of all time, I feel like he needs to go after that World Series championship. He needs to at least make the playoffs. Twins are not in any position right now to make
Is
the
that
playoffs.
why we both picked a Minnesota Twins player to be?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so because we know the Twins are going to be sellers.
Yeah.
Here at the trade deadline. It's who they're going to trade away. Byron Buxton has been a hot conversation alongside Cedric Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles. Those are the two teams I see, Minnesota and Baltimore, that are going to be big sellers at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So be curious to see what happens.
Maybe I'll slide Joe to second after Freddie.
Just kind of do that little switch around and whatever else.
Yeah.
That's not a bad move. I like that idea. Sean, we're coming up on a hard out, of course. We don't want to keep folks up too late on this show. Let's get into some quick basketball talk. I know we haven't really had the chance here on the podcast to talk about everything that happened, post our last episode when we were like, hey, guess what? We might come live if Shams breaks some news or whatever else. We were going to wait it out so we could chat with you.
We did, yeah. I mean, most of the time it was breaking news while I was at work, so I couldn't do it.
No, I was in a similar position.
You gotta call me at work, and I'm in the truck, and I'm like, oh, we're doing the podcast right now in the truck on my work time.
I'm sure your bosses would have loved that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
100%. The big news, of course, that came kind of post free agency time. I know Miles Turner going to Milwaukee was a big move. I talked to a Pacers fan that I know today specifically. Works with Jalen in her office. He wasn't butthurt about it. No. He said, you know what? Miles didn't perform in the postseason like we wanted him to. Miles didn't really step it up. It was Nembhard. It was the rest of the team that did a lot. It was Pascal Siakam.
It was, yeah.
That did it. So it's interesting that Pacers fans are now saying, so long, Miles Turner. It was great having you. We don't need you.
Yeah. I mean, the Pacers didn't win, so and he didn't help at all. I think it's a good move for them.
And it sounds like Giannis had been trying to work on getting Miles to come to Milwaukee for some time. So,
he's going to be great in Milwaukee, I think.
I think so, too. Now you add Cole Anthony, based on Shams' news tonight, to play a point guard. Of course, the other news around the Milwaukee Bucks, they've kind of been the center of the NBA free agency rumors. Folks saying that Giannis is unhappy now because, yes, that's right, Dame Lillard was actually released by the Milwaukee Bucks.
We're still waiting on news where he's going to – right now, I think that's what everyone's waiting for. Where's Dame going to go?
Where is Dame going to go?
Like, is going to finish off his career, depending how many years he's get left? I don't know who he signs to. A lot of people say maybe the Celtics would be a great pick. I mean,
I would think so. The recent conversation has been around the Celtics. We're surrounded by Boston media.
Yes.
So we're hearing Dame Lillard has expressed interest in the Boston Celtics, knowing that there is a far beyond chance. And it looks like Jay Tatum has been doing amazing work in the gym with his doctors, with his physical therapist.
He's off that boot now. He's off that boot. I'm excited. I'm excited to see some videos once he gets back into actually training with it.
Yeah. It leads me to believe that Dame sees a light there that could go on if Jason Tatum, if the Celtics can get them there. Listen, even just into a play-in series without him, getting into the playoffs, getting Jason Tatum back with Jaylen Brown and Derek White, and then you add Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
It's the one person that he didn't have. Drew Holiday played pretty well. I will say that. He had some good nights. He's not Damian Lillard.
No. I mean, he was played defensively okay. I think that's why they left, because of his defense too and his points. But it'd be great to see Dame. He's, like you said, he's a better player, of course, than Drew.
Dame.
And it'd be, I mean, if we have it, it would be Dame starting lineup with like the first game would be Dame, then you have Derek White, and then you have who else?
You have Jaylen Brown.
Well,
no. Jaylen wouldn't be because he's coming off of his knee injury.
No, I'm trying to remember who.
So they got Luka Garza. So yes. Luka Garza would be out there. We still don't know about Al.
Yeah, we still don't know. Yeah, that's I can't think because we don't know what we have with Al. I think he's gonna leave.
So Dame is joining, knowing that Jaylen and Jason would come back at some point.
Yeah,
because in Milwaukee he would just be coming off the bench. Let's be honest here. He'd be a bench guy.
Yeah.
You got AJ Johnson. You got some young studs up there right now in Milwaukee. Also coming off of an injury, probably wouldn't get a lot of playing time either to begin with. Boston could use him right now. Miami could definitely use him as well. Mm-hmm. So he's got a couple of options to play with here in terms of playoff teams. The only other team I was thinking of, Sean, and the Celtics are my favorite.
Yeah.
To land Dame right now. The other team that I was playing with in my head, and I said, wow, if he went there, I think you've got to put them as the favorites plus 200. If you're talking about like betting wise.
Betting
1 out of 200 in order to make it and win the NBA Finals. If Dame Lillard made the decision to go to Cleveland and play with Mobley, play with Mitchell, even if he came off the bench, which would not always be the case, but they want to rest Darius Garland.
Yeah.
They don't want to play him necessarily every single night. Isaac Okoro.
Yeah.
Jared Allen. Like, you look at that lineup, you got Dame in that. If Cleveland was to knock in Dame Lillard.
Yeah, that's
feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. LA, a lot of people have been talking about the Lakers.
Yeah.
With Dame, Luka, LeBron.
I don't think LeBron's going to stay that long.
I don't think so either.
I think he's out. I think he's going to another team this season.
He seems unhappy right now with how Los Angeles is handling things. I don't know if you saw the news article that also came out that said he was unhappy about the Luka situation specifically and how that was handled. Like, he felt like he wasn't even kept in the loop.
That's unfair. I mean, a lot of players wrote, of course, you saw it on Twitter that everyone would say they didn't know. Even if some of his former teammates didn't know.
Anthony Davis had no idea. He didn't know he was being dealt.
Yeah.
To Dallas. So, interesting stuff. I think if we see Cleveland move towards Dame, there won't be a LeBron pursuit. That's how I feel in that case. If LeBron does make that decision that he's done in LA, you got to think either a return to Miami or back to Cleveland. It has
to finish his career.
To finish his career. That would
or does he stay with his son? I hate that thing.
Bronny's not going to be playing in the NBA for a little bit. He's still in G League.
Yeah.
And as we know, when you're in G League, sometimes you get waived and another team can come in and grab you too.
Yeah.
So he has the flexibility with not necessarily playing in the NBA as off the bench or wherever else just yet. He has the ability to say, I'm in the G League, LA, if my dad is leaving, move me as well.
He goes to the Mavericks to play with Cooper Flag. That would never happen.
LeBron to Dallas to play with Anthony Davis and Cooper Flag. Finish off his career in Texas. That'd be a move.
That would be a move.
That'd be a move. I don't think it will happen. It's got to be Cleveland or Miami, the places where he's won championships. I would think he'd want to go home to Akron again, for the third time. By the way, just putting that out there. For the third time. Third time. Interesting stuff happening. Let's quickly talk about Cooper Flagg because he's really been making a splash in the NBA Summer League. Sean, what are your thoughts on Cooper Flagg so far? I know we were like, well, let's not give this kid too much credit just yet. Let's bump the brakes.
I think
he's the real deal.
I mean, he is. This is still only the second game. I think we have to, like I said, I think we're gonna have to wait until he plays a few more games, see how he actually really is. But I mean, he's dominating right now for the second game. We'll see. The next game, I don't know when the next game is.
Coming up. I think they play these games every other day, it seems like. They seem to kind of rotate in and out on them.
Drop 31 points.
Pretty good. By the way, just to go back on a note, Paul Skeens is your National League starting pitcher for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And Tarek Skubal will be starting for the American League. Tarek Skubal has been incredible for Detroit. Interesting to see the Midwest, Mid-Atlantic love that's happening there in the All-Star game playing out at the end there. But
I can't find it for some reason.
That's okay. It's okay. Ace Bailey for Utah. Incredible. Harper has been great. Yeah. It seems like this is a good class of guys.
Yeah.
It seems like that so far. Listen, Brooklyn. I was like, who the hell are we drafting?
Yeah.
Summer League has been Ben Sarif, 28, 32 points. Dropping threes, finding ways to the bucket, under the net, alley-oop style. Like, Ben Sarif has been really impressive so far. I feel like this is the year for the NBA specifically when we kind of look back at it. And it feels like the rookie years when there were, trying to think of like good comparison. When we watched
the Dwayne Wade early years.
Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Tony Parker, like those late 90s, early 2000s squads.
Yeah.
When they brought in those kind of players. Like I'm looking at those drafts specifically. Jason Richardson. God, I'm trying to even think. Richard Jefferson. All those guys.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the kind of draft class that we're working with, and we're going to look back at this coming season. We're going to be like, wow, it was the year of the rookies.
Yeah.
Like they were a major part of their team's success at the end of the day. Because you look at like Cade Cunningham and Tyrese Halliburton, like those are very important drafts, right? But these guys, this is the first NBA draft. Again, correct me in the comments after the fact or on X.
Or right now, drop in the comments.
You're dropping the comments right now. This, I believe, is the first NBA draft where all of these players have had multi-million-dollar NIL deals and have also had the flexibility of having so much off-season training, being part of leagues across the world as practice leading up to this NBA season, and having access to facilities unlike any player before because of the deals that they've signed.
Yeah.
NIL really wasn't a thing until a year and a half ago. These guys were heading into their senior years signing these deals.
I mean, look at the UConn players right now are doing that, like especially the women's. Like again, I'm going to say AZ Flood signing and doing another year. Like, okay, get that back, AZ. Do it. Like,
imagine Alex Karabin when he comes into the league next year with that NIL deal. Yeah. If UConn makes a deep run again, we are looking at. Look at what happened to Sears.
Yeah, Mark Sears.
Mark Sears is doing incredible right now.
It's going to be
in the summer league.
Yeah.
Nobody gives NCAA basketball enough credit for this.
I was about to say, I'm so excited when college basketball comes back. Like,
me too. The excitement is real,
Yeah.
man.
yeah, I've always loved college basketball. I
Me
feel
too.
like this year alone is going to be great. Like last year was like one of the best for both men's and women's, and seeing like in the upcoming few seasons is going to be really interesting to see how they do it.
It also helps when you have players like Cooper Flagg and Ace Bailey, who have elevated even on the men's, the women's side, Caitlin Clark and Juju Watkins now,
Yeah.
heading into this year.
Paige, of course.
Paige, Beckers, like they're elevating the college game. But I feel like with this college basketball season upcoming, if Cooper Flagg is performing at incredible levels, if Ace Bailey is dropping, triple doubles on a nightly basis for Utah, right? Like then we're suddenly going to look back and they are going to be helping to push the game forward.
Yeah.
Even more similar to Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers looking at their performance and now the hype behind the women's basketball season for Iowa, for UConn, for all these teams that have sent LSU, they're Angel Reese, right? Like
USC, South Carolina.
Right. All these teams. The hype is real. And I don't think I'm going to be honest. I think the same is for college football. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I love watching the NFL. I love watching my New York Jets.
I always love watching college football more than NFL, but like this year, I mean, it's going to be interesting even as an Alabama fan, like I'm excited to see other teams play.
They've expanded the playoffs. Yeah. It's more of a bracket-like system. It's more similar to college basketball now with football.
Yeah.
And for the first time ever, I don't know if you saw this, they're going to be running up against NFL games on Sundays when the college football playoffs start.
Yeah.
Like premier NFL games during the day are going to be running up against.
I mean, if the Packers aren't doing well, you know what I'm watching? I'm watching college football instead. I'm
going to be honest. I'm making the prediction now. Those college football games will have more viewers than the NFL games.
I honestly think so too, yeah.
And everybody is going to be in absolute shock. They're going to be like, oh my goodness, what's going on with the NFL? Why is it? Because as much as it drives me crazy, and they're giving a lot of money to these kids, the NIL has done a lot of stuff.
I was about to say, look at the recent college championship games versus the NBA viewers. I mean, I think the NBA is a little higher, but it's creeping up closer and closer each year.
People love their college sports, man. They love their college sports. These are kids who are just trying to figure it out in terms of their careers, if they're going to go pro, if they're not going to go pro.
Yeah.
It's really impressive to watch. Come tournament time, when you see those colleges that you're like, where the hell is that place? And it boosts those schools. Like, again, at the end of the day, there's just something special about college sports right now that's beating the big leagues. College baseball's getting there.
Yeah, it really is. Women's softball this year was insane intense. Like,
yes.
Like that, their viewership is going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you got an MLB draft tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'll be watching. Jackson Holliday's brother, Matt Holliday's second son, Ethan Holliday, is expected to be the first pick in the MLB draft. There are some names attached to Florida, attached to Tennessee, attached to Vanderbilt.
LSU is always
LSU, Coastal Carolina.
Mm-hmm. So
there are some Southern California, UCLA. Like, we can keep going.
Yeah.
There are some really talented ball players that are going to be coming up into the majors. And to be honest, very similar to Bo Bichette in during his time in minor league baseball. are only going to spend maybe 2 or 3 years in the minors before they get their call up to the majors.
Yeah. Also, I feel like we're seeing a lot more Japanese players coming over more and more now. Like they're becoming more and more professional, which I love because they're great. And
I'm just going to be fascinated to see the MLB draft tomorrow night at 5 and like really see where does Ethan Holiday go? Is he going to a team like Detroit or to, I'm trying to think, it would probably either be Chicago or somebody, the Rockies, right? Talk about full circle. Ethan Holiday being drafted to the Colorado Rockies where Matt Holiday was drafted to.
Yeah.
I know they suck, but that's the kind of hype that Colorado needs right now.
Yeah. He could be a future Cy Young award coming up, like his dad.
Fully expect.
He was a Cy Young, right?
Yes, he was. No, he was a Silver Slugger. He was MVP.
Yeah.
I think he was MVP in either 07 or 08, Matt Holiday, for the St. Louis Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken. Multiple time All-Star, World Series champion. Fantastic ball player, Matt Holiday. Jackson Holiday, of course, has been struggling. A lot of people are saying Ethan is the one we should be talking about.
Yeah.
He's the one that everybody's been kind of waiting for. And if he goes to Colorado, guess what? They've got it. They've got the young guy. They got Nolan Jones. They've got Hilliard, who's doing amazing up there. Like they've got young talent. They're doing what the Red Sox are doing. They just suck right now. That's because the division
they're gonna have to wait a couple years.
Yeah, they're gonna have to wait 2 or 3 years to really get it together and to figure it out. Fully expect here at PTC Pod, folks, when college season starts, football and basketball, we will be talking about it. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be talking too much UConn.
There'll be a lot of UConn. I would not be surprised. Hey, UConn marketing out there, if you're listening, watching right now, we would love.
Can we go to both men and women's games, please?
Yeah, that'd be great. Invite us to stores. Let's go see some games.
I'll come and walk my Paige Becker's jersey.
You already got the wear. They don't have to get it for you. You got it.
I mean, if they give me another one.
Are you being greedy again?
It could be Al Carabin.
Are you being? Are you no? Answer that question. Are you being greedy again?
Yes.
Okay. Why would you do that?
Why was it? Was it not obvious?
I didn't think so. Are you just looking for free UConn stuff, Sean?
Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I already bought stuff, so I'll pay them money.
You did. You pay the NIL to get those cards too, similar to me.
Yes,
it's true.
I do pay them money.
You do.
But who doesn't love free stuff?
That's right. Mr. Sean Michaud, any final thoughts here before we call it quits here?
I know if people love football, not football, but soccer. Toby Heath announced her actual retirement, which is sad to hear. Yeah. So.
Well, congrats.
End era for her. So.
End of an era. That's very true. End of an era for USA Soccer.
A lot of players are getting. A lot of them old. Retired.
Those are old.
A lot of them are retired. I mean, the only person that's still playing from that, like, I think 2015 team is Crystal Dawn. Still, she's playing, and
wow.
What's her name? I can't think of her name. Not Becky Sarwan. I can't figure. I know Christian Press is still playing, but
while you're looking that up, I'll give my final take. Really excited for Home Run Derby time. Of course, Sean and I will give our predictions. We're going to do it here this evening. However, we don't have the lineups. I was hoping that tonight they were going to release the lineups of how the brackets would look for the Home Run Derby. So we will do those over social media. Also, just want to really do a big shout out. Collector Expo happening on July 27th at the Great American Beer Hall. Tickets are secured. tickets are secured for that. Sean Michaud, myself,
Mhm.
Shaylin, my wife, beautiful wife, and Kylie, my little daughter. We will all be there supporting the Collectors Expo, going in, looking at cards, supporting the vendors. Really looking forward to that. Make sure to head on over to social media. The Collectors Expo happening in Medford, Massachusetts, July 27th. You'll see it there. Make sure to follow them over on Instagram. Really excited to see what they got for Pokemon cards, baseball cards, football cards, all of the above.
Yeah. I
Should be
mean,
an exciting time.
yeah. Well, I think I don't know when our next opening will be. Probably
I would imagine post.
Yeah. I mean,
Post.
a little sneak peek of what I got already, but we got this.
Got his prisms.
That's
I love that.
Select
Select box.
got this.
South Carolina box. Look at that.
You know who I'm looking for.
No, I don't actually.
No. Juju Watkins.
Juju. Oh. Little player go by Juju Watkins.
Juju Watkins. Yeah. I mean,
Autograph, right?
autograph. Yeah. Could be.
Autograph. That's what Mr. Sean Michaud is looking for. Folks, we've hit that time of the show. It's a little thing we like to call
Plug time.
plug time here from your friends at Painting the Chat Podcast. Mr. Sean Michaud, where can good people find you across social media?
On Twitter, Sean Michaud 1, right there. And Instagram at Zone Z.
Awesome. You guys can follow me over on Twitter X at, of course, right there, at X_Robin W. Vogt.
Right
Please
there.
make sure to follow over on Instagram at IG_Robin W. Vogt. And of course, also make sure to follow the podcast, smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and turn on notifications for all breaking news, everything happening here, future episodes of Painting the Chat podcast. When it comes to sports news, we got you covered across the board. Boston, New York sports, everything happening across all the leagues. Also, make sure to follow us again over on X at Paint the Chat Pod, over on Instagram at Paint the Chat Pod, over on TikTok at Paint the Chat Podcast, doing live coverage of the All-Star game this weekend over there. Of course, over on X here and on YouTube for everybody to check out. Make sure to head on over to our merch store, the Blockade Media merch store. We've got Paint the Chat merch there to help support the podcast and Blockade Media as a whole as we look towards Fan Expo Boston later this year to talk about what's going on in movies, in Star Wars, and other things. Make sure to check out those episodes across YouTube as well. And at the end of the day here, just want to announce quickly, there's some giveaways if you join us at the Collectors Expo. Very excited to maybe give out some Paint the Chat swag to some lucky folks who can answer via social media some trivia questions about Boston and New York sports specifically. So I'm sure Sean's going to want to answer a question to get some of that swag too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Of course, over there, my co-host, Mr. Sean Michaud, for him and myself, Robin Vogt. We will see y'all on the next episode of Painting the Chat podcast. Head over to X and social media. Join us in the chat, of course, when it comes to everything in the sports world. And we will see you very, very soon.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody. We will see you soon. Peace out.